Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome into Flying with Mike. A bit on the early side today. We said 1 o'clock, but we're ready to roll here at about just about 12:25 Central Standard Time. Hope y'all are ready. Good news for those who may not have caught the stream last night or checked YouTube today. The MD-11 finally made the infamous crossing from London to Zurich. A flight they do every day, but for some reason with me and XP12 ended in a Vulcan losing connection with device, however that works, and crashing to desktop. So the cure found out last night. This, if you're running NVIDIA, I don't want to speak for anyone else's graphic cards out there, turn off Zinc. And hopefully it'll work. Now, we'll see how that works out for the rest of the fleet, since they seem to do fine with it on. So, kind of one of those yeah, it fixed it, but it feels like a band-aid. So hopefully we don't run into more troubles. Anyway, we're on the ground here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, prepping for a flight to a place I've flown over a million times, but have never flown into. Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada. I think it's New Brunswick. Um, and if it's not, it's Nova Scotia. So this ought to be fun. And like usual, as I sit in the seat ready to go, yawning starts for some stupid, really crazy reason. So, and that's me sipping at the coffee. All right, I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving week here in the U.S. Not sure how far that reaches out into the globe, but I hope you all are thankful and have a glorious Thanksgiving. Yeah, I know family members getting together can be some friction. Hopefully not this year. Hopefully a wonderful, wonderful time. That is my prayer for you. So may it be a great week. I know some of you are off all week, and I know some are going jealous, 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 grumble, grumble, grumble. Of course, I am being unemployed, but although technically I'm behind the microphone here, um, and will try to be most of the week. Not Thursday, no guarantees Thursday or Friday, but yeah, we'll kind of play it by ear. Well, definitely Thursday. I do plan to gorge myself in some turkey. So, and enjoy family over. Next weekend, also, we have family in, so that'll be interesting too. All right, so, but again, Toronto to Moncton. And yes, I know I've been doing a lot of the default ATC. I really like it. And really, folks, if you're new to flight simming, either with Microsoft or with Laminar's X-Plane, and you really would like the added realism that comes out of VATSIM to a point, um, using X-Plane's default ATC, I highly recommend. I wouldn't have done that before this beta came out. I'd have told you to steer as far clear away from them as possible because they just weren't all encompassing. Now, with what Laminar put out, holy mackerel. Um, I mean, if I could figure out exactly how I want my AI in here, holy crap, would this be awesome. And if anyone from Laminar happens to be listening, my only suggestion so far, since we had such a frame rate issue with the boats on the last one, could we put sliders in for how many will display, kind of like, like you do for trees, and AI. aircraft and vehicles. Just a thought. So with that, let's get inside and let's see where we are in the loadout. And we are going to pre-brief, let you know what we're going to go through. But I have done some of the not hard part. The hard part's still to come, the FMC, as we've found out several times on several different flights with default. So, all right, so let's bring Sim Toolkit. Oh, and by the way, Sim Toolkit wasn't broke, it was user error. Total user error on my part. Why Sim Toolkit and Twitch were not talking together. You know, you gotta turn this little thing on called TwitchBot. I think it's called. Let me just scroll up here. Yeah, TwitchBot. If you don't turn that on, well, a lot of those things just don't work. So, user error. And something else I found, the auto connect wasn't on. After the last stream, I went through it with a fine-tooth comb going, what is different? And it was a lot different. There's probably still a lot to fix that he said would not need it, but it is what it is. So we should be somewhat back to the way we were. One cool thing I'm liking is as you're looking at Sim Toolkit here, you don't see NavGraph, SkyVector, or any of that below. I like that it's on a put your mouse there, here it comes there, and I think there's a way that goes, you know, will stay. I think I just made it stay. Oh, there it goes. So I kind of like it, kind of don't, but that's going to be, you know, the way it will be. So here you go, folks. You can see VATSIM. We got quite a bit of it in Boston and Moncton. So we're going to fly with it and just go with the flow. You know, a lot of these people are off for the holiday week. Remember, it started Friday night and it's going to roll all the way through until technically Sunday night. But you know what? There are those people that are going to say, I ain't coming back till Tuesday. And that means Monday will be the bigger travel day. And it's also, if they're going with airlines like Allegiant, they may not be able to come back till then. So anyway, that's there. This is FedEx. We don't haul people, we haul cargo. It doesn't talk back for the most part, unless we're hauling animals. All right, so you can see where we're at here. Hang on a second before I totally forget, like I always do in these. Bang. Which aircraft? Oh man, I thought I had this. Sorry, I thought I had everything set up on this end. 148. Okay. All right, so continues. I'm making sure Elevatech is up to date for the first time on takeoff. November 148. I don't have it in there. November 1. Oh. We'll go with that just because it's in there. All right. So I have Elevatech ready. I have Sim Toolkit ready. Today we're running with a payload of 54,240 pounds. We'll explain how you load the plane. It's a little unique, just like the A350 is. So zero fuel weight, that's the number we strive for. 252,240 pounds. And they're going to throw 27,140 pounds of fuel in the tanks. No passengers, although technically there are two, me and the co-pilot, the first officer. Cost index 80, 37,000 feet. All right. Weather. Now, the weather out in Moncton could be a bit tricky, but wait, this isn't the weather, that one is. But here, it's actually not bad. While it does say we have a ceiling, a broken layer of clouds starting at 1,800 feet, for the most part, looking out around the airplane, it looked pretty good. 110 at 980 to 140 variable wind. It's balmy 5 degrees Celsius here. And just like I said, pretty much a pretty nice day. They want us taking off on 1-5. Hang on a second. I'm thinking maybe runway 5. Shorter. Well, we'll look at taxi times and see. Over in Moncton, like I said, I've never flown actually into this airport, so it ought to be fun. We have some showers. I'm not sure all of these remarks, so we'll just stick to what I do know. It's 320 northwest wind at 18, gusty to 26. So we got a pretty brisk wind coming in. We'll land 29. 15 miles, thankfully, of visibility. A few clouds at 800, broken at 1700. And a balmy 6 degrees. Woo, get the suntan lotion out, hit the beach. Just kidding. And 2955. Notice the difference in pressures here. The A gives it away. Yeah, pretty steep drop between here and there. All right, and last but not least, filing the flight plan. FedEx 811 Heavy. We're due out of here. Well, I think we could still make it. Let me just get these numbers in here real quick for our RNAV and RVR, especially with what we have out in Moncton land. Okay, I think we are good. Time to connect. FDX 811. Again, we are going to be on VATSIM. Okay, now one other note. Looking here. Common traffic advisory remains in effect in all of the VAT USA territories. That would be the 48 contiguous and the provinces. It has expanded to include Canada, Caribbean, and Mexico as of November 1st. So you're going to have to do the .ctaf space and whatever the 4-character designation of the airport is to get that frequency. So good or bad, I'm not here to dispute. So all right, so let's get going here. We don't have a whole lot of time. All right, so like I said, I've got the basics done. We've got the aircraft actually loaded. Let me double check. Yeah, we're loaded. And how I can tell is where is our fuel level? 27.1. We were estimating 27,140. So that's pretty much good bet we're loaded with all our cargo and everything. And with that, I am going to make sure I do not forget while it's on my mind. All right, got 8 cars up and running. And last but not least, routes. Whoops, not that one, in flight. There we are on the map. That always the best way to know we're good to go. Okay. Actually, I'm going to close that up a little. There we go. Makes it a little easier to find some windows here. All right, so let's go to work, shall we? All right, so we've come in. When I first get here, click the battery on. Remember, and I will say this hopefully every time. If you open a window, close it. Okay, so if you open this up to turn the battery on, which you will need to do, close the hatch. Why? Means 2 clicks to affect it, whereas if I clicked here, it's done. You know, electric pump 2 goes off, you get a warning. Okay. Well, here, if I click it once, all it did was open the hatch. Same thing with your disconnects. By the way, click the 2 outer ones, not your 2 covered ones in the middle, to arm them. Because if you do, you're going to do exactly what the little title says, Gen Drive Disconnect. You're going to disconnect your generator from the engine, meaning you got to shut it down, do maintenance. Takes time. All right, so here we go. Now, to load this plane. What I do is get it set with the battery on, standby power on. We'll get to the tablet in a minute so we get external power. Get the bus ties, get the utility, get the 2 gen disconnects all turned on. Now the gen disconnects will say off, and then I turn my external power on. You could see a flicker. Okay, and then I come over here, set my airflows to auto on the temperature, and I turn the packs on, but really nothing's connected to them to make them work. And at that point, turn your nav and your logos on, you're good to go. And set your interior lighting as you like it. All right, now let's get into it. Loading the aircraft. Okay, you have you know what, it's easier if I'm in this position. You can grab the EFB tablet here and select what you want to go to. Usually it's ground or airplane. Or you can go here. Now, if you grabbed it from up here, it disappears because you've pulled it out. All right, so that's the general time, kind of some things if you want, you know, to do this, that, or the other, volumes and all of that. Ops is the same thing as what you saw, ground or airplane. Basically, these are the different options, failures, in flight, and all of that. So let's go to ops ground. Now, for freighter operations, cargo freight, stairs are required. I recommend chocks, but I do not believe they're required. The LSU, GPU, fuel truck, and loader unit. ACU is just something so you can keep temperature decent. Not actually required. Now, the tough part. It's not tough. Once you've done it a couple times, piece of cake. It's getting past, kind of like the A350, getting past certain things you kind of think. You got to get over that. What Flight Factor did is with pallets. You don't do this in the A320, but most of the rest of their fleet you do. I'm pretty sure the 757 works out the same way. The A350 definitely, and this aircraft. Probably the 777 as well. Each pallet you load, okay, has a value. Same value each and every pallet you stick in. So that's what it means by number. So here we have 5 pallets. Each of those pallets, if you want to write this down, if you're flying this plane a lot, it's something to really know. It's 9,800 pounds. A350 gets a little different because they run a couple of different sizes. Technically, they should on here, but they didn't. because downstairs in the belly are smaller containers than what can be held in the middle, up top. All right. So what I do. Okay, I zero out the pallets, I zero out the cargo weight. So I have just the empty weight of the empty zero fuel weight of the aircraft. I subtract the number we're wanting to reach, in this case 252 and some change, from the number of no pallets, no cargo weight. Don't worry, it's zero fuel, so the fuel isn't added into that. All right, subtract those two numbers. Whatever comes out, divide it by 9,800. That'll give you your pallet number. Whatever, like mine came up 5.5 blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, we know that blah, 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 blah is actual weight that can be brought up to the plane. In this case, 5,240 pounds. Again, take whatever, when you have your pallets put in, take the zero fuel, minus it again from your zero fuel weight, and that'll give you this number, bringing us up to that magical 252,240 pounds, which dispatched us with. We match. Sin. So now you're loaded. Then you come, obviously, the fuel weight's the fuel weight. Nothing as, what do we want to say for the A350? Not as intensive typing as you do with the A350. Just put the fuel, block fuel in, blump, we're gone. Okay, they're doing a little calculating and this and that in there. That's fine. All right, so now we're loaded. We got our 27,140 pounds of fuel. We've got our 54,240 pounds of payload. We're good. Now, come up here, do maintenance, optimize, and then load. And we are loaded. Let me just do maintenance one more time just to make sure, since it disappeared. Okay. Now that we're loaded, let's get rid of the LSU. Oh, wait. And before you can load, I totally forgot one step. Go to the airplane. Click open all. And that's going to open your front door, your belly cargo doors, and your main cargo door. So that it looks like this. Okay. And that's how you can load the air. And if, folks, if you forgot a step, don't worry. It tells you. It really does. It won't let you. All right. So it's really not complicated, but first couple of times out, it does take you for a loop because, well, I want to put in 12 pallets and I want them to weigh 2,000 pounds each. It doesn't work that way, folks. Each pallet is 9,800 pounds. So you'll never, probably ever, fill this plane up with pallets like they do in the real world, which is fine. Flight factor, do as you please. And by the way, folks, this airplane, I have yet to have, knock on wood, hopefully not today, any issues with X-plane and all of the different betas. It has just been amazing to watch this work. Okay, so let's move on from that. So we're loaded. We're on our ACARs. We're on VATSIM. The only things left to do is get this aircraft coming up on the IRS. Get your IRS aligning. You're waiting for, there's your on DCs. Cool. Then you want to see align, and then we move them to nav. By the way, that's if you move the display selector all the way over to heading, that number is not your heading. That's how many minutes till you align. All right, so it won't be long for us because we're going right into it. So we go to FMC, check that our AirNAC dates are good till the 28th. I think we got about another week. Put in where we are and follow along. I'm just gonna do the steps. QM. Okay, now. Oh, did I load this? I'm gonna check. Uh, 01. Okay. All right, so we do have a company route here to help us out. CYYZ, CY Quebec Mike. Whoa, bing, 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 bing. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, bing, bing, bing. All right, CYQM. My bad, I did not read that properly. Now let's do that. CYYZ. CY Quebec Mike 01. Okay, so we have a route. Let's just flip over to it real quick. We don't have that, but we do have OLABA Q951 to TALNO, Q929 to TOXAL, direct DANOL Q951 to PUXOP, direct Moncton. Now, if you were to use the onboard ATC, folks, that direct has to get out of there. You may also not be able to use the dead key 5 departure. It all depends. It really is, it's that good. And you may have to dig up the chart. Activate, execute, route loaded, cleared. Okay, back to route. Now let's go to departures. Let me bring in, hang on. Really thought that would have been a lot easier. Charts. Okay, weather here in Toronto, 110 at 9:15. That's what we read. Okay. Well, that chart is definitely not Toronto. All right, so we're up here in FedEx. That's why I prefer. Oh, wait, 1-5 left is not a hard taxi. Oh, wait, that could be doable. Let me check something. Yeah, 1-5 left. We can go with that easy. Yeah, see, sometimes it takes pulling the chart up to find out, hey, that isn't as bad as we thought. So, yeah, we'll go 1-5 straight out on the dead key 5 departure. Okay, 1-5 left. Dead key. Dead key. Out to OLABA. Execute. Legs. All right, so let's look at that real quick. All right, so we're going to come off 1-5. Actually, let's read directions. I have a feeling... Where are my directions? Am I on the right one? Are you going to tell me there's 2 of these? Oh my gosh, there are. Oh, there is. There it is. My bad, didn't see it. Okay, I'm glad I looked, so I know which one to pull. 1-5 left, unless otherwise. Let me just kind of really get it up there and climb 147 to 1000. Continue on 147. Vectors to Alcott, then proceed depicted route. Okay, so you got that 1000, continue. Then we'll go direct, following it out to OLABA. That's pretty good. So that vector can stay for now. Okay. All right, there's OLABA. Now, all I'm going to do is just do a quick check. Oop, oop, where'd OLABA go? Aloni, hang on. K-Tech, David, Cessna, TALNO, Int'l, EBO, DOT, TOXAL, DANOL, and then there's PUXOP, and there's our run to Moncton, which we'll begin to look for that arrival here in a second. There are none. Okay. All right, so that all looks good. Now let's go back to the departure. Index, arrival. Okay, we have a VATSIM ATIS, 55 minutes old. Approach Z or Y or the for ILS 29. And what are we doing? Okay, Moncton Center, request our approach. Okay, we'll be doing the ILS. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so you click select ILS chart. How about we do SUVIP? Does that sound, or should we do LEVIB? Let's close out. Let's see. We're coming in kind of from the south, so let's go to SUVIP. Add it to the route. And look at it one more time. So we come in here. So we're going SUVIP, right? And execute legs. 1, 2, 3. All right. So from PUXOP, we go to SUVIP. Okay. Adhere it. Box them. Runway. And then we're just vectors out. And they'll decide what they want us to do to come back. There is pretty simple. Just expect vectors, away you go. And when you get back to Toronto, don't worry about it. Just kidding. But anyway, there we go. So that's all set. Now, the fun part. Okay, charts. And by fun part, I mean performance. All right, zero fuel weight, click. 2522, good. Reserve fuel today. Uh, 10. What is our alternate, come to think of it? CYSJ. I've never been there either, so I don't know it. Never been there on the sim. We are going to flight level 370 on a cost index of 80. Winds, we're looking at 283 at 64. So we got a pretty good push. Oh, yeah, well, wait till I put the winds in. 283 diagonal 64. and 2000. I always put it in. Most likely not going to. Don't. Only time you worry about that is if, oh Lord, what's going on here? Unless you get this, something's wrong. Two, 5, 2, 2, that's correct. 279, that's close enough. Why the heck is it off by that much? Or are we going to have major issues on this flight? Let's finish it out. Let's see what happens. All right, so page 2. Winds for the runway here are 110 at 9. And is it worth getting the slope? Down 1. Outside reference 5. Okay, next page, and we're just going to use good old. Okay, we're going to go takeoff. Oh no, thrust setting, takeoff, go. Reason I can't derate, I don't know how to set it into a derate. So, and I've had it for so long, and I still do not know how to get it to go into derate. I try and try and try, and it just won't. All right, so 54 and flaps 5, right? All right, turn our reference speeds on, and we are about 6 knots off. I'll keep that one. 137. Ending up 140, and that actually ended up right, so that's not bad. Turn those off. We're just about ready to go, folks. Now is when I first come up here and start really getting rid of things like I was going to do last time. So we need to get rid of that, that airplane, close, 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 close. And we're just about ready. I always like to wait until I have everything done. Oh, there, I already just saw one. Okay, let me check my. Okay, on, turned up, on, turned up, 122.80. Okay, 121.5. We're good, green, and we can hear everything. All right, and there we go. Okay, according to the FMCs, 153. I do obviously plus 10. What was the runway? Runway heading 147. Clear us up to 37,000 till someone tells us otherwise. Okay. Good. Flight director on, Okay. And we are ready for the final checks. All right. Now I will close up the plane. Oh no, we got to get the APU on first. That would be a good thing. Also, I don't turn the yaw dampers on until the runway. And the 300 and the ER, it seems to go pretty good. The APU start and engine starts. The rest of them seem to be a little sluggish. As you can see, if we were in the 200, we would be looking at already up and ready to go. Okay, and data. And we're fired up now.
Toronto Traffic Canada 26257 for 3 for the Alice runway 05 approach. Currently downwind, estimating 5 minutes.
And fortunately, he doesn't understand the word CTAF. $18.7. All right, so we'll go there. We're ready now to go. Okay. APUs, all's good. Now let's double check APUs running. Put this on position and excuse me. Let's get the door now. Let's get those doors closed up. Close all to make sure we didn't miss any. Ground equipment. Be very careful. Always disconnect your GPU here before here. Okay. Let's call better pushback and get out of here, folks. What do you think? Beacon on. Better pushback. Welcome aboard. Time to go.
Cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
And we're just going to do it pretty simple today.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Sometimes it drives on top of the building. That's why I'm looking. Don't think it is. All right, let's do it. Welcome aboard. Okay, let me get rid of chocks.
Toronto Traffic Canada 262, 10 miles out, runway 05 ILS, estimating 3 minutes.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
All right, starting this is real easy. Of course, make sure you're off your generator, chocks are off. On your APU generator, make sure that you've turned on the bleed and the isolation. Now, I turn both left and right on as well. Okay, fuel pumps on. Heat on in the cargo bays.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
And then what you'll do is turn your packs off. Make sure you get above 40 and you're ready to go for the engine start. Brakes off.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Set this one to engine for now. We'll be back to that in a minute. And then come up here. You can either run both igniters or one or two. It's your call. Auto, ground. And then just so you can see it easier, at that magenta line, you can then start the fuel. That went kind of fast, so maybe it's just the ER engine start. Not as fast as the 200. If you blink, you might miss it starting. It's that fast. And I'll put this one on legs.
Pearson traffic, Canada 262, 5 miles final, runway 05.
Okay, we'll go ahead now and crank up number 1 since everything's stable.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay. And since we're fired up now, all engines are just about stable. This is where those disconnects automatically connect you. So we're on engine on the engine electrics. So
Disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
and thanks for the pushback. We sure appreciate it. Left and right hydraulic pumps on. Okay, hang on. Let's go ahead, wait on him. Very important step in the real world, in the sim world. It isn't really, I don't even know how you would simulate it. So other than wait for the guy to get out, he thumbs up. Yeah, that's technically the pins in his hands. And away we go. Okay, they're on. Where were we? Left and right engines are on. Anti-ice. Let's be safe. Engines on. Packs on. Bleeds are on. APU bleed off. APU off. Generator off. Now, I'm going to show you why I keep this off. Okay, before we can taxi, let's do a couple things. Auto brakes, which are right here. RTO. Go to status.
Pearson Traffic Canada 26205 vacated taxiing Hotel Bravo Alpha Kilo to the gate.
All right, so we check our surfaces. In the Logitech or SATEC, however you want to call it now, the X52 that I use.
Canada 100 CA321 leaving 5,100 for 3,000 left
Okay.
downwind ILS runway 05, setting up for the approach. Toronto.
Just got to make sure they work. Otherwise, it likes to snap on you. And that really stinks. And now we're going to keep it off till we're airborne because it'll actually kick it. And it's been a flight sim nightmare for many flight sims. Back to as far, well, heck, I think every one of them I've been in, an airplane or two has had troubles with them. Stape trim. We need stape trim to 3.2. Let's put it there. And flaps to 5.
Toronto traffic,
And
1502 taxiing
weather radar.
Sierra Echo Hotel for runway 05.
Flight controls, parking brakes, we're ready to go. All right, so here we go. Toronto traffic, FedEx 811 heavy, taxi to runway 15. 15 left.
FedEx 811, might I suggest runway 05 instead of 15 left? Probably be more realistic for you.
Yeah, we'll do runway 15 left. We're planned for it.
Roger, we'll keep an eye out for you. Traffic Air Canada 100, turning left base to intercept the localizer ILS runway 05, Toronto.
All right. Not sure what weather gave them that runway. My weather favors 15, but I think it doesn't matter. I remember it was 110 at 10:20. So, oh, that might have been out of Moncton, but still. You know, I really I just thought about it, and I'm not going to do it, folks. Is 15 left not a real runway? So far, there's somebody on the runway, and Oh, we're at the ILS. Okay, I thought we were one more to go. All right, we'll hold short here, take a look at the traffic, and then make our call and go. Okay, let me set my brakes. All right, let me double check my winds. Oh, that's why they've switched to 070. We'll still go with it. We've taken off with such horrendous tailwinds. It's been hilarious. Actually, it's not as bad as he thinks. It's only 2 knots over the nose, 9 cross. I mean, it really isn't too bad. Okay, we're ready to go. Let's get the TARA on for the transponder. Let's get the weather radar up and going. Hang on. Terrain. Anyone gonna take off? Let me just take a look.
Traffic, Air Canada 100 is established on the ILS, 11-mile final, level 3000, runway 05, landing.
And Toronto, FedEx 811 will be rolling 15 left. Okay, we're all set to go. And yes, there is a toga button in this plane. I'm going to hit it. It's the set screw right next to the word speed. Wow, that looks like... There's 80. V1. Rotating. Toronto traffic, FedEx 811 heavy, airborne.
Toronto Pearson traffic, Air Canada 100, 7-mile final, ILS runway 05, landing Toronto. Toronto traffic, Air Canada 1201, holding short runway 05, Toronto.
Toronto traffic, route shifting 02 is number 2 for departure 05, holding behind company traffic.
All right, here we go, folks. And let's go into climb 2.
Pearson traffic, Air Canada 100, 3.5 mile final, landing runway 05.
All right, and let's see how Toronto looks. That ain't too bad. I don't see the Needle Tower, CN Tower, I think it's called. Don't know if it exists. That's a cool airport, by the way, we're going over. That's a real fun one to land at. Turboprop guys, it's only turboprops or smaller allowed. No jets whatsoever. So, really cool. We flew the C90 in there. That was fun. Okay, flaps coming up. And we need to flip-flop back to Unicom. And there you... I would have swore I turned those on. I'm trying to figure out why are my packs not back on. Wow. Okay, there's 250 or 10,000, so off with the lights. And we're on our way. Welcome aboard, folks. Hope y'all are having a great day. We're going into the soup, probably icing, so let's go ahead and make sure the wing ice is on. Okay, so Boston 134.7 will be first up. All right, looking good. Oh, good, we're in between layers. So anyway, we're on our way, folks. Hopefully that's the worst we'll do today. I swore I hit those packs. Or, bleeds. Oh. So. Okay, we're at Kodal, headed to Dead Key now. By the way, I know you can't see it below us. Not Huron. Which one? Lake Superior? No, Ontario, I think. I'll be honest, I don't remember. It has been too many years since I played out here. Again, a neat feature now with navgraph charts is the inclusion of traffic, VATSIM and IVAO, I believe. So that's pretty cool that you can see what's around you as you travel. So we are on our way, and Sim Toolkit is doing wonderfully today. Oh, yeah, I set my flight to offline. Oh, well. We'll live. Hour and 24 minutes out to Moncton. We have never flown into this airport with the Sims, so this ought to be fun. You're going to laugh at me, but I'll let you do that. Watched a movie. You know how it is. It's Christmas time. Those famous Hallmark movies. There's a movie. I think it's new this year, but it may not. It may have been out for years. You know, the Hallmark movies all have the same plot line. You know, girl meets dream boy. Dream boy is a problem, or the girl is doing something, and always, you know, they're hilarious to watch because the plot never changes. The only thing that changes are the actors and actresses and the location. Beyond that, you pretty much know the plot coming. All right. Well, anyway, this one was set Christmas Island, I think it was called. A Christmas Island. Which, if y'all aren't familiar, there really is a Christmas Island down in Indonesia. Flew to it with Mac Air a few years ago. It's kind of a fun run. But anyway, we'll play along with the movie. It was up in Nova Scotia. Of course, the only airport in the area. The girl is a brand new corporate pilot and trying to adjust to life as not a corporate. Yeah, I guess she'd be corporate business jet. One of the, anyway, she's flying a Falcon 950. They get stranded because of severe weather over the Atlantic. And I'm sitting there going, huh? Well, hey, it's Hallmark. Let it go. And anyway, it was hilarious. And if I were to equate what they talked about in this movie, and bringing it back to the flight now, folks, honestly, I see you all ran when you heard Hallmark. I looked on the map to see if maybe there's an airport kind of where they talked about in the movie, and sure enough, there was. Moncton. If not Moncton, Charlottesville across the bay. Now, I don't know if Charlottesville can take airliners, but I was kind of really shocked. But again, different names, different everything else, but it was funny. So, all right, I'll get off that because y'all didn't like Hallmark. So anyway, it actually, folks, if you watch them, they will, they'll make you laugh because anyway, they're just so bad. Well, actually, I'm sorry because, I'm sure they're doing their best and with what they have. And the best thing of all, it's always snowing. It's always supposedly cold and not one person shivering. Not one person has the signs of cold air breathing, the steam coming out of the mouth. Yeah. Matter of fact, I saw a news story once. Were we in Memphis visiting? We might have been. And they were in town, Hallmark, or whatever movie company was doing it for Hallmark, filming a Hallmark Christmas movie, and they talked about it. Oh, did I forget to mention it was the middle of summer? And they made it look like the middle of winter. Except for the part where it's not cold. So, oh well. You know, it's just fun to watch them. So any of you all into the Hallmark movies? Because, you know, they really can be fun to watch. I mean, for anything to laugh of, yep, here comes. Oh, yep, now the letdown. Oh, yep, now they get back together. Oh, the kiss, and the show's over. And it took 2 hours to get to that. Oh, they really are fun to watch. I'm sorry. You know, I'm gonna man up and say it, folks. I watch them and I get a good laugh out of them. So, all right. Man, clouds just look totally different. Let's just cruise on. Boston Center is not too far ahead of us. Now, something I wasn't able to do yesterday, and I don't know if it's even possible in the MD-11. By the way, those tuning in, we finally got the MD-11 to fly a flight in the new um, uh, version of X-Plane 12s and betas. It took turning zinc off. What's that look like? Come up to settings, go to graphics, and right here, the about in the middle, let me see if that brought it up. Yeah, where you see that highlight, zinc is an alternative OpenGL driver used to work around rendering issues. Let me just read it. Like flickering cockpit displays and blah, blah, blah. With zinc, if your installed third parties do not render correctly, disable this, restart X-Plane, and boogie on. Well, we did that and we boogied on and the airplane made it. Now we're going to see how it works this way with other aircraft. I want to say, when I flew the A320 from Asheville to Sanford, we got the crash to desktop as we rolled off the runway. I want to say I was trying it with zinc off, and it crashed to desktop. So we'll hopefully that won't happen here. If not, I'll stop on the runway, turn off the ACARS program, and then we'll take whatever happens. But anyway, if you're looking for a airline to fly for, folks, hey, look, you know, I'm going to tell you right now, I've been with FedEx and I've been with Mac Air for quite a long time, 5 to 7 years for both. And FedEx Express Virtual is just dynamite. They have really good, what's going on here? Yeah, we know. Let's see how bad it is now. Actually, it's not bad. Okay, everything, must have just needed the numbers. Sorry for the interruption there, folks. Anyway, FedEx Express Virtual has a great website and a great ACARS system. Now, it's not on smart cars. It's not on PHP or any of that. It's actually on FS ACARS, a modified FS ACARS. I happen to really like this, what they've done. I just don't know how to do all the databasing and SQLing, if any of that's needed. I don't know. That's that's someone else's job, not this guy's. I wouldn't even be able to do that if you hired me. So, but it's just a wonderful group. Great Discord, just phenomenal. We, from time to time, do have group flights. I haven't heard of any in quite a while. I try to make them. For a while I was working, I just was always working and had a very hard time trying to make them. They've only had one or two since I've been out of work, and oddly enough, not able to make them. But anyway, looking to make one, so check them out. They really are a good bunch at www.fedex or fdxva.org. www.fdxva.org. All right, we're going to continue on. We got about 50. Oh, we just came over an hour out. So hope you enjoy. We're level. It's just me and the first officer aboard here in the plane. But we'll keep with airline tradition and kill the seatbelts and continue on. Hope you enjoy Moncton. Moncton's an interesting little airport there out in New Brunswick or Nova Scotia. Not certain where that borderline. It's kind of like Tampa and Orlando. Which center are they in? It's where, But seriously, it looks like fun. We should have ATC at right now. Looks like all the way, but we still got a good hour to getting out there. So sit back, relax, enjoy. We're going to play some music in the interim. And hope you have a great Monday. And hey, it's going to be Thanksgiving this week, folks. So I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. And thanks for being a part with Flying with Mike.
Great to see.
Well, I hope y'all enjoy the gift subs that just went out from me. Hope you enjoy the removal of ads for a month. And we hope you resubscribe and hang in there with us. We sure appreciate you. And thank you much for your support in the channel. Caught some of the names, but I don't know who all got them. So, but again, thank you so much for your support, and looking forward to a great upcoming year. So enjoy. Currently about 45 minutes out. Shocked that we haven't heard. Oh, that's why we haven't heard from them. They both dropped. You gotta be kidding me. They sure did. There must be something in my profile that says don't service flying with Mike, because they're gone. They're gone. So gonna check in on the first officer, our little 7-month-old we watch, who here by Thanksgiving will be approaching 8 months old. Little booger's getting close to crawling, so we think by Christmas we're gonna have 2 8-month-olds just crawling around. So we'll see you in a few. Enjoy that ad-free viewing, the new subscribers to the channel. Be right back. Well, wow, it is being a little booger trying to get this to unmute. There we go. Hey, welcome back. I'm back, and we are about 44 minutes out of Moncton, and hope y'all enjoy the ad-free viewing, those that just got those 5 gifted subs. Wait a minute. I really hate pronouncing things wrong, so bear with me as I go back to it. Say Jamie, Optic Oblivion, Biz61 Solaris, and here comes the Manny. All got gift subs. Hope you enjoy your time here with ad-free viewing. And we thank you for being a part of Flying with Mike. So, but again, enjoy the ad-free viewing. We'd love for you to re-up it in December, but you know, that's your call. So, a lot going on December. I got it. So, but I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving and can enjoy ad-free viewing, at least here, if not on other channels that you're a part of. All right, we're cruising through Boston Center. They went down, so did Moncton. And I guess their buddies or whatever went through, and now it's our territory. You know, it is what it is. We'll just continue on, and I don't even know where all those, there's one of the Air Canadas. Where's he going? Oh, Quebec City. Okay. Where'd the other ones go? There's one to Pittsburgh. I lost track of them all. Where'd they all go? Oh, there's one. No? Huh. There were like 3 of them lining up. So, that's another one I haven't been to, St. John's. But I have flown into Halifax, and that's an interesting airport too. So, but I hope y'all enjoy. Let's take a look from the cargo bay. So for those of you out there, any big plans for Thanksgiving? Any, you know, they all say the airline travel's up and the expected travel on the highway is up 50 miles. Is it 50 miles? Forget how the story always goes with AAA. 50 miles or so from home. How many people plan to do that? How many people plan to fly here and there and everywhere? Problem this year, unlike past years, the weather is not looking that great. 2 places, actually, yeah, probably 2 places that are the worst for holiday or any kind of flying for that matter is a major storm in the middle of the country or worse on the East Coast. Those 2 places can throw air traffic into a nightmare, because aircraft have to position, or they're expecting that aircraft to unload all of these people here, load up, go here, load up, go here, and so forth. And when airports get socked in with what's coming, it's possible we could see some significant delays out there this year. O'Hare for sure. Well, that's O'Hare is a given delay. But they are working on that. They are actually in the process of trying to get another de-icing area set up so they can try and keep the delays to a minimum. Anytime the East Coast gets socked, it's just a ripple across the whole country. So we'll see. But I know in St. Louis we're expecting some chilly temperatures to start moving in Wednesday, and downright cold. Well, we're used to summer right now, so this is really the first all-out unleashing of winter here come the weekend. So, you know, may not be bad on Wednesday, but folks trying to get home over the weekend, back home, that's where it could get tricky. So we'll see. You know, we're what, a week out still, so come on. Who knows how it will actually play out, but just want that in the back of your minds. You know, kind of keep an eye if you're in the middle or eastern parts of the country, northeastern actually, to be more precise. And hopefully the weather will keep it pretty decent, but you know, that's not only a big factor for how travel is doing, but it also is going to be an indicator of what Christmas spending is going to do. Now, if you're like most in online, what Mother Nature throws only is delays in packages getting there. It ain't going to slow anyone down from spending money. So, but getting the packages to where you want them on time, that becomes an issue. So, but we'll see. It's only the first, quote, true week of holiday spending. So we'll see how that plays out. For all we know, we end up in the 50s and 60s throughout all of December. Who knows? I haven't seen any long-range forecasting yet. So beyond this major week that they're all zeroing in on it. So I hope y'all, though, in the meantime, do have a safe and a very enjoyable Thanksgiving. Dinner, meal with family or friends, however you spend it, and may it be blessed. And remember, there are a lot of things to be thankful, even when things look bleak. Trust me, I sit in that seat every day. But there are so many things that I'm thankful for that, yeah, there's a minor, it's actually at my age a major glitch, but, you know, I am still thankful every day to be 6 feet above the ground and able to enjoy each and every day God gives me. So, always, you know, can always be worse than it really is. So, the year may not have been all that great for you. There may have been some major life changes, but you got this far. Something right there to be thankful. Maybe by clawing your way there, but you got here. Something to be thankful for. So, I'm not the best at motivational speaking, so I'll leave it at that, but I do hope everyone within the sound of my voice can have a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner, meal, and time with family, even those family members that, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Okay, 30 to 35 minutes out, folks. Enjoy. We're gonna start getting set up here because we should be coming upon top of descent here soon. 198 miles to be specific. Now, just to give you time in case commercial break comes in, to make this aircraft descend, all you got to do is set an altitude and go to the descent page, click descend now. That's it. You can set your transition if you need to here. Right here, transition level. Really simple in this aircraft. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to progress. So let's roll on, fly on in this case. Bound for Moncton, New Brunswick. Canada.
Arcade. I saw your message. Whew. And up and around. I think it always resets to the right resolution. It might, because it's not telling me which one.
Altitude. Pull up.
You sent it to me? Okay. Watch the trees? Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. I've only hit the trees a lot. But that's what happens. You build up an immunity to trees the more that you hit. I should have been paying more attention to the power line, though. I think I got slightly more to worry about. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Well, thanks, Mike. I very much appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your flight.
Here I am chit-chatting and didn't realize here I sat muted. Anyway, I want to say thank you to y'all for being a part of Flying with Mike. It is always a pleasure to step behind the mic and run these streams. Hopefully you got all of that out of the charts and all with me muted. So let's get ready to descend and head into Moncton. Which now stands approximately 60 miles out. Okay, let's see where we stand. Top of descent about 30 miles out. So let's get ready. We're descending. We've plotted to minimum 4,000 and then down to 3. All right, so let's begin that descent. First, we set our altitude. Unfortunately, it's the hard way. Okay, Let's zero up here. Okay. Again, what we'll have to do is hit descent. Now, you see that descent now. Double check your transition levels. 18,000, good. And we'll go back to cruise. We got 20 to go. So anytime now we can start coming down. So what I do, I just click descent now. And it's going to want us there we go. We're starting into Moncton, folks. And again, I don't mean to chase y'all off, but I watched a movie over the weekend. Christmas Island something. Anyway, it's a Hallmark. Okay, it's a Hallmark chick flick movie. Actually, of all of them I've watched, it wasn't as bad as most, other than the file footage used for the corporate jet, biz jet, however you want to say it. That has got to be, by the way, the job they had the main character in, that's got to be a hard life. One customer, and you're basically on call 24/7 for them to go wherever they want. That just seems hard. Almost worse than trucking. I mean, the airlines, you're on call, but you're not always on call. Here, it seems like you are. Anyway, back to the movie. The plot was there was severe turbulence, severe weather out over the North Atlantic, and none of the aircraft could make it. Yeah. How many of us want to buy into that real story? No. But anyway, she was forced to land, and I totally believe the airport in real life would be Moncton, by the way they portrayed it. Now, it was Christmas Island, which, by the way, across the bay is an island with an airport as well. Again, I thought, hey, you know what? What the heck? Let's fly this flight. If it's not, it's very close. And one of those beachfront home improvement type shows was in Nova Scotia along the ocean. This is pretty close to it, so I thought, what the heck? Let's give it a shot. So we're going in. First time I've ever come into Moncton. It don't work that way. It's .msg if you want to tell them something. Ooh, cloud. I really, even though X-Plane will swear to you they didn't touch anything in the clouds, they look different in this version. So I know the radar they did, and we're saying they've worked on the next rad imaging, but I'm telling you, the clouds are a little different this go around. Maybe it's just the luck of the draw with the real world weather. So, but we're inbound, folks. We got about 11 minutes to Moncton, so start thinking your predictions up. And oh yes, by the way, yesterday, remember I told you the predictions didn't work? Well, if this guy could type, it would. All right, that's how you do it. Exclamation mark the word predict and a negative number. If you don't get that message, you did it wrong. All right, let's go ahead and kill the music. Yeah, we'll let that one run. Try and remember after the next one. I keep checking in with CVW20, see what they're up to. They got A10s in the air. Looks like an A10A. And not sure where they're at, but anyway. Anyway, just checking in from time to time, see what's going on in their world. All right, there we go. Making the turn. Can't see the let me see if I can see what I'm looking for. Yeah, we're gonna make it. All right. I forgot it's the green arc on a Boeing. That's what we're looking for to see if we're profiled right. We're descending. Oh, I meant to get rid of that. Sorry, folks. Let me get my heading. Now, what I was talking about before I probably got sidetracked. In the MD-11, we came across BLM VOR over in maybe Switzerland, maybe France, not sure where. But anyway, because the ATC switched our approach transition, I had to do it after the fix. Now, when you do things like that, folks, it resets to where the aircraft is going to kind of come around, do a circle to come back around. That's why I told you I try to set my heading to this. So when if I start catching it, I click select. That'll route me back onto that heading, and then I figure out what I got to go direct to. That's 9 out of 10 times when you hear someone saying FMC problems. That's what it is. Now, I may be a little high in my number. It may be less. But that usually is your culprit. So, but anyway, it happened. You got to see it. We did a nice little circle and came back in. And ATC had no problem with it. VATSIM guys, they'd have had a big conniption. All right, let's see here. We'll go to SimBrief real quick. Going with a wet runway, flaps 30. Let's go with a brake setting of 2. I'm going to go 3. Okay. Eventually, we'll arm the spoilers as we come onto the ILS. But sometimes this plane can be very hard to slow down. So Now, to set this to our barometric pressure here as of 36 minutes ago, 2964, piece of cake here. However, over here it says altitude disagree. Why? The altimeter on the first officer's panel is still 2992. Click this little set screw in the upper right hand corner of the altimeter, gets rid of it. So you have that set screw on the upper right hand corner of the altimeter, and you have the set screw by speed. What that one does by speed is, as we saw, turn on TOGA. You know, I never noticed we don't have any buttons on here to go to TOGA. Ooh, we're coming in as sunset. I had a feeling we would. Purdy. In we go. Let's make sure I wasn't silly and turned those off. No, they're all on. Good. Okay, and at about 12,000 feet or so, we'll set 250 for our speed. And we'll... Ooh. Look at that. We're getting some really interesting winds here. I don't have any wind shear problems, so. All right, we're going into a sterile cockpit now as we approach flight. Well, we don't have flight attendants, so wow, look at that wind. And it's really not all that bad. It is variable though. Look at it next to the here. Let me pull it up. If you look next to the triangle where the aircraft is, look at that wind just shifting around. Not bad though. Ooh, we're in a layer. Nice. All right, under 12,000, we'll go to 240 and set up for the approach. Okay, what is Moncton .ctaf CYQM 2800? All right, here we go, folks. Okay, just making sure our weather hasn't updated still. 41 minutes old, 15-mile visibility, 310 at 11. Looks like we have a river or something to cross. Inlet off the Atlantic and then out to Suvip. Okay, we got a broken layer coming up down to 1700. I think it may be there, so we'll see. Okay, just about abreast the airport. There's our airport right there. Getting ready to go under the frame member here on the left side. All right, again, thank you for being a part of Flying with Mike today. Appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, smash that follow button so you know when we go live with an email. By chance, if you're watching us on YouTube, smash that subscribe and like button. Same thing for you, except you'll be knowing when the videos are released. The newest and greatest videos. All right, we're getting ready to come into Moncton. Tomorrow we have 2 flights lined up, pretty short, down in the Caribbean. So hope you enjoy. And they're not where you think. So, because you know we've been flying a lot out of a couple of airports. And this will be different. So, hope you enjoy it. Well, good afternoon, Mr. Duluth Fly. Welcome aboard, resubbing for 9 months. Glad to have the resub. Glad to have you aboard.
Don't get the bad guys. You have yourself a good one.
All right, have a good night, man. Talk to you later. I'll talk to you tomorrow. How about that?
Maybe.
Maybe. All right. Well, happy Zombie Jesus Day tomorrow, buddy. Take care.
Because I don't have off tomorrow.
Oh,
Because
you-
I work at a casino.
Oh, that's right. All right.
They don't believe in family.
No, they don't.
No.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, we're coming into that 4,000 foot mark. Let's go ahead, slow us up to, I'm going to slow to 200. And I am going to dial in a little on this one. keep it like that. Okay. All right, we're getting ready to turn in for Moncton. And Duluth Fly has his prediction in. Okay. Okay, ILS is set. We're ready. Okay, now once that'll be an 11-mile final. Okay, so that 5-mile leg, I'll start slowing it to 180. Okay, flaps 5, lights on, anti-ice on. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, let's switch over to Moncton traffic. It was 120,800. Okay. Moncton traffic, FedEx 811 heavy, Adderett initial fix inbound 29. Runway in sight. Well, so much for that 1,700-foot broken layer, unless we're going to pass through it on the way in. The rain, however, is definitely raining in the plains of Canada. Glide slope. It's like 3 green. According to this, we have a 28-knot right quartering wind. Wow, that's why the airplane kind of looks the way it does. I'm actually looking straight out it. Get on those flaps, see where we're at. Flaps full. And Moncton traffic, FedEx 811 BOXM, 29 gear down. I thought we have pappies. Oh, we don't. Okay. So strictly make sure to use the ILS. Okay. Okay, we're stable. We'll be landing. I'm gonna give her a little bit of airspeed. Flaps full. Speed brakes hopefully will be there. Not holding my breath.
500. Minimums. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
All right. I think I made Charlie, which was my hope. And the spoilers were there for us. Moncton traffic, FedEx 811, clear 29 to the FedEx ramp. All right, flight director is off. And anti-ice can be turned off now. looks like APU Gen's available. Basically, where you see that those flashing lights, that's where we're headed. Hey, there's somebody overhead. Got a contrail. All right, but welcome in, folks. Thank you so much. Hope the folks I gifted some subs to today enjoy the ad-free viewing and other benefits that come here at Flying with Mike for subbing. All right. Now, if I caught this right, we should almost do a 180-degree turn here. Looks like that is the case in the spot. Kind of funky, but usually it's a 757 that comes in here. Kind of reminds me of the big island in Hawaii. Gotta do like this massive 180-degree turn. Oh, they got it set up the other way. Okay, well. Okay, we're in. And I'm going by Google, so who knows who's really right. Okay. Terrain radar is off, right? Okay, and weather radar's off. All right, let's get up top here, connect the generator, the bleed. All right, we're ready to shut down. We did something right. It didn't go dark. Beacon off. Seatbelt sign off. And again, welcome into Moncton. My first time into this airport, folks, on the sim. Really a neat little place. I'm kind of liking this airport. I like to fly it once without all the weather. So I'm gonna have to wait till next year. Okay, so let's go through this. We need stairs. We need chocks. We need the LSU, the GPU, the ACU, and the loader. Then we go to ops, airplane, open all. Wait a minute, I think I clicked close. There we go. There you have it. Now, this is flown by Morningstar for FedEx. And it's actually pretty, you know, it's the Canadian. I've run into them online, VATSIM, up in Vancouver. So, and all right, everything's set. Welcome again to Moncton. Going to go ahead, begin the unload. All right, well, let's take a look here. What did we do with the airline? 199 feet a minute at 130, 1.1 G. We'll take it. Stop. Log. Oh yeah, we'll definitely take that. And I don't know what kind of weather conditions they'll give us, but that's pretty cool. Let's, yes. Livery. Wow, we haven't had that in a long time. Wow. Cool. We used to be Cat 3 certified here, folks. And because I just can't ever find bad weather to fly in of late with them, that's dropped to Cat 1. That is awesome. All right, and looking out over the tundra. Hang on, Indy, where? Well, there I am. Okay, so I'm still up here on the map. Okay, do we still have that turned on? No. All right, Elevatech. 203 feet a minute, 130 knots, 1.2 Gs, folks. That's what we strive for. 1.2 Gs. Very nice touchdown as best we can as darkness settles in here. And then finally, the official sim toolkit. Oh, now everyone comes back up. Yeah, I think there's a little vendetta against me. I don't know. Oh, anyway, day 2 at 203, 130 knots, it looks like. Let's complete the flight. Okay. That's kind of funny. All right, so as you can see here, quick synopsis, an hour and 48-minute flight. Let's view them details. Hour, 48 minutes, 652 miles, 7.8 kilograms of fuel, and we'll call it 1.3 Gs on the landing at 203 feet a minute. Where did we end up? I know we went a little long, not bad though, 1,700 feet down the runway. I'll take it. 10 feet off the center, that could have been a lot closer, but with the winds we were battling, that actually turned out pretty good. So overall, the numbers look good. Where we touched down looks good. I'd really love to see this in real life to see if they really look like that. Got a feeling they don't. Oh well. All right, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this flight. And we're going to go ahead, wrap it up. We're going to look for someone to pass this along to. And hope you all have a wonderful week. If we do not see you till next week, I hope you all have, in the U.S., those of you, a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Hang on a second. So I really do hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. I know some have had a lot of garbage happen to them. I've had some myself, but you know, there's still always something to be very thankful for. So the first officer is peeking in, our soon to be 8-month-old. And how are you, miss? All right, sorry folks, getting the little 8-month-old up here in the cockpit, getting her ready for her flight. It's your turn. It's your turn to fly. Seatbelt's on. Gotta have seatbelt. All right, folks. Well, you all have a happy Thanksgiving, and just remember, be thankful. There's a lot worse that could happen, and
Dude.
so be safe, be kind, and try your best. I know family members, when they all get together, what that can be like sometimes. So have a great Thanksgiving. We'll see you again tomorrow out of St. Martin. I'll talk to you then. Have a great night. And I want to apologize for it being kind of jumpy there at the end, at the 8-month-old in the lap. So again, great to have her in the cockpit, and hope you all enjoy your festivities this Thanksgiving.